know what it means to be a part of Africa, to be committed.
Economists are optimistic that the current appetite for trade and investment from China to Uganda will continue to propel immense opportunities for growth in significant sectors of the economy into the foreseeable future.
I think the trend, without question, is only going to go up. It's going to go up because the infrastructure deficit in Uganda, which is not unique to Uganda, it's common across many African countries, is huge. It's going to be large, or the so-called mega projects. The work that's being done right now in Western Uganda, in Hoima, the roads that are being built there, a lot of that work is going to be done by Chinese contractors. And as long as that funding for those projects comes from China, there's an expectation of Chinese content. So I would expect, including the pipeline that will take the crude to Tanga, there will be an amount that will be from China.
So I say there's a lot of investment or companies from China that been to Africa, to Uganda. So that's really amazing that Africa is now the key target market for the Chinese investors.
And as China flexes its muscles as a global player, attempts at the internationalization of its currency, the yuan has of late waned, even though its African adoption is necessarily on the rise in certain pockets of the market.
So definitely the capital controls that we were referring to earlier, and the sentiment and the volatility and the slowdown in the Chinese economy has affected the usage of the renminbi. But internationalization is a long-term trend, it's a structural program, and so we anticipate that it will rebound over time gradually. In terms of usage, even though the amount of renminbi usage internationally has declined 30% in 2016, us as a bank have facilitated an increasing share of China-Africa flow.
Meanwhile, there are risks pointing at the shilling depreciation as the US dollar strengthens, even though experts point at other factors that will reduce the rate of depreciation.
We saw the US Central Bank raise rates yesterday. We think that's the first of probably at least another 2 or 3 to come this year. Of course, that could have an impact on sentiment around the Uganda shilling. But let me, put a disclaimer here. We're not expecting any movement to the scale of what we saw in 2015 and more so even in 2011. I say this because the current account deficit position of Uganda's economy, just like other East African economies, is half today, primarily because of the decline in oil prices, which is our largest import item on the import bill. And of course, the economy is not overheating by any standard.
The Africa-China Forum, organized by Stanbic Bank Uganda, hosted Uganda and Chinese businesses on a roundtable to discuss trade opportunities.